All right, we are live. Hey, Nick Daniels, what up? Let's get you in the chat with my signature. Yo. All right, so let's see if we have some folks filter in. I guess I'll just. Oh, by the way, welcome to JB Rants. Welcome to JB Rants. It's a good place to be in times like these because if folks have the time. There goes my face itching right when I get on. Why not? Ugh. Maybe that's some kind of a demonic attack or something. Yeah, what's up, Nick Daniels? So I don't want to talk about Iran, but we're going to have to talk about Iran and my take on it. That's what we're going to have to do. Yeah, let's rant. Nick Daniels, damn straight. I mean, it's Saturday, and it's late afternoon. Weather's terrible. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going out tonight in this kind of garbage. And as I said earlier to someone else, it's oh God, I made the mistake of re-downloading Hangouts. So now I'm back on Hangouts, only to see how like bad they still are. Essentially, that is what it is. My take on the Iran situation is pretty damn simple, I think. And Nick Daniels just did the show for me right there. Why even go? I mean, obviously not entirely. Wall in the entire Middle East and let them kill each other off. How about that? I mean, build a wall around it. Yeah. The problem is that during this broadcast, and this is why I'm waiting for more folks to come in, is I have to indict. No, I mean, seriously, Nick Daniels, you're absolutely right. There are other factors that I'm going to bring into this, and I'm going to be indicting Bush, little Bushy Jr. I'm just an oil man. you know, 2 planes knocked down 3 buildings. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, no shit, you didn't know what you were doing. Except you knew exactly what you were doing, you piece of shit. People think because I'm a Trump supporter that I'm a Republican. No. Both parties in the United States, both major political parties, are controlled from my research. This is not a fact show. This is an opinion show. Are controlled by Great Britain, the Queen of England, and the Vatican. Both political parties in the United States of America as proxies. We're the military of the world, and it's disgusting. And I'm going to criticize the president. But it's going to be a light criticism based on what has been allowed to happen under previous 8-year tenures of administration by both Republic Crips and Bloodercrats. Both of them. Crips and Bloods. And it's really, really... All right, I'm going to have to shut Hangouts off because that's getting really annoying. All right. We'll just put that on full mute. Good. The Sunni-Shia conflict will never stop, says Nick Daniels. As if Nick Daniels is some kind of scholar. Take that as a joke, as a punch in the shoulder. Yeah, no shit. They've been fighting for thousands and thousands and thousands of years. But I don't want to really dive into this video until we get some more folks watching. And it's not because I care about subscribers. I mean, I care about my subscribers, but I don't care about the numbers. I don't personally care about the numbers. I don't make any money doing this. If anything, I could be working a second job right now. That would be making money. Working a minimum wage job right now as a second job would provide me much more financial support than doing this does. I do this because it's important. Nick Daniels, fool me once, shame on me. Hold on, I have to. I do a decent George W. I do a decent one. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice. You can't get fooled again. Fucking George Bush. Hey, Blackie Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. Alec Whittier, is in the live stream. My good friend, Alec Whittier, who I've never met, never had a beer with or a cup of coffee with, never wrote a song with, is in the chat. So we're going to have to, because everyone's covering it, we're going to have to talk about Iran. But I'm going to that'll be like kind of the final seasoning you put on the top. The meal for me is going to be what led up to this, Maybe Blackie, that's because we always joke with each other that we like steal each other's stuff, kind of like not steal, but like use each other's stuff. I wonder if Blackie's ever noticed that I use what's called basically NLP, neuro-linguistic programming. When I really want to get a point across, I repeat it like 3 or 4 times in a row in the same tone in a hypnotic fashion. And what's weird is I've done that ever since I was a kid, before I even knew what neuro-linguistic programming was. It's like, it just seems like if you say, because you know who taught me that? Were the communist teachers that, since I grew up in the public school system, those are the ones who taught me that. If you say, and Hitler taught them, I mean, not directly, but that's the educational system, at least in public schools. And I'm sure it's even actually worse in private schools, because they pay a lot of money to be brainwashed. Whereas just us plebes out here walking around on the street, just going to farmers markets like, oh, this peach looks good. Like, oh, don't even realize they've been brainwashed by, what is it? 18 years of public school. And then for some folks, I mean, unless you're a doctor or a dentist or something like that, but even that, I can do a video on higher education brainwashing. Nick Daniels says NLP is fascinating. Rolling on the floor laughing, funny, great imitation. Oh yeah, dude, look, a lot of folks say George W. Bush was stupid, and I agree with that. I totally agree with that. But he was either stupidly evil or evilly stupid, and those aren't even words. Is evilly even a word? He was either stupidly, that's a word, stupidly evil, or evilly stupid, like criminally stupid. There's such a thing as criminally stupid, right? Like criminally stupid. For example, driving drunk, which I've done and got in trouble for and will never do again. That was criminally stupid. But stupidly criminal is someone like George W. Bush, who's sitting during 9/11 reading a book called My Pet Goat. This isn't even what this video is about. I guess Blackie, my mentor, Blackie Fitzpatrick, we switched roles as of right now. He would call this his open. So this is just my open. Or, if it's more fitting for the channel, we'll call it my rant before we get into the relevant subject matter. George W. Bush was sitting reading a book called My Pet Goat, and anyone who has researched the Illuminati, if you don't like conspiracies, don't watch my show. Don't watch my show. I make connections that you're never going to get, and all you're going to do is hate me. Go watch cooking videos or cats chasing things that don't exist. Go watch that on YouTube. Don't watch JB. Anyway, so George W. Bush sitting in a classroom when he's informed by the it was from this side, when he's informed by the Secret Service the country is under attack, he was reading to these children a book called My Pet Goat, Illuminati Symbolism, Goat of Mendez, Goat of Mendez. Look up Goat of Mendez. Is that a coincidence? I don't know. Look it up for yourself, and maybe you can do some independent research and tell me if I'm crazy or if I just put too many things together, or maybe my 20 years of research at this, now we're in 2020, my 20 years of research, some of it has been proven factual. He was reading the fucking book upside down. He was reading the fucking book upside down. Don't listen to JB. Hey, maybe StreamYard will let me screen share. Although they don't like to do that, let's see if they'll let me do it. Share screen. Okay? Share screen. Okay? Click. Chrome tab. Click. Share. Okay? Check this out. Okay, sorry about that, folks. So that's how good of a live streaming program StreamYard is. StreamYard is. StreamYard is. They don't like me very much. They won't let me screen share. So we have to use my phone, which is, that's fine. Anyway, whatever. This is what happens when I come on without a plan. Excuse me, when so much stuff goes on in the mainstream media and I have to react to it. Alec Whittier says rant. Nick Daniels says conspiracy theories are only theories until evidence appears. Then they are facts. Yeah, no shit. Nick Daniels. Bush was staring into space with book upside down. That's the video I was trying to pull up. He was reading the fucking book upside down. But I don't think that was by accident, because what Lucifer, aka Satan, tries to do is they invert everything. What's the definition of invert? Turn something inside out or turn something upside down. I think that was on purpose. And if he was that dumb, I'd believe it. I really would. All right, I gotta delete this Hangouts. Anyway, so this entire strike on Iran, I think the president has, believe it or not, hey Ben Hatcher, what up? Through the Looking Glass. Yes, Through the Looking Glass. We've had Project Looking Glass for many, many decades, where they can see the future and they can also see the past. Interesting times we live in, huh? Okay. I'm just going to turn my phone off. All right, it's off. So, the President of the United States has been widely, Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States, has been widely criticized for taking out this Soleimani leader. But he's also been widely praised for taking out this individual. Here's my problem with it. And it starts with what Nick Daniels said right at the beginning of when I started this live stream. The Middle East should be walled off and they can fight their fights. Here's where the United States has a huge problem in my eyes. I don't care if you're a Republican, which I am not. I don't care if you're a Democrat, which I am not. I have no political party. I'm a Trump supporter. We should have never gone into the Middle East. 9/11 was a fucking inside job. Duh. Get it through your duh head. You can't knock down 3 buildings with 2 planes. You can't do it. There were bombs in the buildings. Who did it? Why were there thousands of stories around 9/11 about dancing Israelis? About dancing Israelis. Why were there thousands of stories, many of which were squashed by the mainstream media and sometimes never even reported on? How did Building 7, which is how much, what's this going to be in terms of my videos? What's this going to be? Is this going to be my 20th video on this, saying the same thing over and over again? Because people are so fucking dumb. It's not their fault, by and large. Although there is such a concept as willful ignorance, which I just spit on. But, public school and the vaccines and the chemtrails and everyone is so busy just working and working and working just to try to survive in the wealthiest country in the world. What the fuck? And yet they hate the president. But let me finish this. I will finish this. So 2 planes. I'm not a no-planer. I believe they were planes. They were not holograms. They were planes. But even still, it's kind of like the World Trade Centers were constructed basically as a 3-dimensional, like a screen door. So a lot of mesh, that's all the steel and wood beams in between, and an outside steel and concrete structure. So if you poke a hole in that, even with a plane, maybe a portion of it would collapse and fall away, but the whole building doesn't demolish into atomic vapor. And if you don't believe, that was great. I went up to 9 viewers, and then I went back down to 4 when I started spitting facts. Very nice. Sheeple are welcome here as well, believe it or not. But then we had a 3rd building that was called Building 7, 47-story concrete building, steel reinforced, that had a couple of office fires allegedly started by debris that fell out of buildings 500 feet away. And it collapsed into total dustification cloud into atomic vapor at free fall speed. Was not hit by anything. Now, if you don't understand what really happened in 9/11, you need to turn off this video now, because this deals directly with President Trump, unfortunately, being in a position to do what he did to this Iranian top general. We should have never been in the Middle East. And I feel really, hey, Raging Cajun, yo. CN Cannon, yo. High on the Hog, yo. I'll read all your comments in a bit. The United States of America and NATO should have never been in the Middle East. I just get sad. That's all I do, is I get sad. Because I've been dealing with this. I've been called a I'm not looking for pity, but I've been called so many names just for trying to unravel the worst crime in history or modern history. The worst crime in history was the crucifixion of our Lord and Savior. But in modern times, whoever, the ubiquitous whoever, took down those buildings, got the American public and the world, but most importantly, the American public, so traumatized, they said brown people did it. And I'm no fan of Islam, believe me. I am no fan of Islam. But they didn't do 9/11. They didn't do it. 9/11 was done from my research. This is an opinion show, and it's for entertainment purposes only. 9/11 was done by radical elements within our own Central Intelligence Agency and FBI. Why did this is on record? Why did they take down gas station and McDonald's and everything security cameras days before September 11th, 2001 in the surrounding area? Why'd they do that? Why? That's on record. That's not a conspiracy theory. That's fucking on record. Why'd they do it? Why'd they do it? Why'd they do it? Did they want to minimize potential future eyes looking back at the worst crime scene in modern history? Why'd they do that? Don't listen to JB. Google security cameras removed before September 11th attacks. Google it yourself. Unless they've scrubbed it from the internet, because we live in 1984, which oddly enough is the year I was born. How appropriate, right? So they knocked down these buildings, traumatized me, because I was 19. I said, go get those brown people with towels on their heads. Go get them. We have to go get them. They did this. Go get them. So they galvanized the entire American and world public in NATO. Send them over there. We destroy Iraq. We destroy Afghanistan. Oh, and since we're in Afghanistan, George H.W. Bush, who's in hell right now, George H. Poppy Bush. You know why they called him Poppy? Not because he was Poppy of the family, but because he was running heroin literally from Afghanistan in 1991, 1993, in the original Desert Storm. He was running heroin inside. No kids watching right now. No kids watching. No one under the age of 18 watching right now. Look this up too. George H.W. Poppy Bush was running heroin from the Middle East war zones into the United States in our C-130 planes in the body cavities of killed American soldiers. Not a conspiracy theory. I'm pissed off right now. I don't know if you're pissed off. I don't know if you're okay with that out there in the chat. I don't know if you're okay with that. This is public knowledge, and no one does anything about it. Because I guess they've chemtrailed me enough, and I don't take any pharmaceuticals, but they've put enough GMOs and they got us drunk enough so that we don't have the mental faculties necessary to get so angry about this stuff. I mean, these are not people we're dealing with. So anyway, my entire video, and then I'll read the chat, talk about a rant. Holy shit, talk about a rant. Why the President of the United States, who I love and support, took out this leader. Yes, he was a bad guy. Yes, he was probably one of the worst human beings to ever walk the planet. And I've actually independently researched him, and it turns out he was one of the worst human beings. But just like Nick Daniels said at the very beginning of this video, look, we fucked up the Middle East because we wanted their oil and we wanted that territory. And we wanted, not the voters, not the people, not even the soldiers, not even most politicians didn't want any of this melee, this fucking ball of yarn that we've tied ourselves up in and can't get out of it. The whole reason we're in the Middle East in the first place is based on fraud. So, Mr. President, let's stop taking out these wackos. Let's stop taking out these people and creating media firestorms, assuming you don't work for the Illuminati and the globalist agenda. Let the Middle East burn itself down, as it has been doing for thousands of years. Build the wall. I want a Canadian wall. I want a Mexican wall. Build the wall. I want strong borders on the West Coast and the East Coast in terms of ports. Really, really good, strong ID and background checks in terms of flights from other countries. And then let's just leave everyone alone. Let's just leave everyone alone. If the fucking Middle East wants to burn itself down, that sucks, but go ahead and do it. Okay. Time to read some chat. This is going to be fun. After something like that. Oh, shit. Sian Canning, come to Europe where the grass is greener and the air is cleaner. That sounds like a Guns N' Roses song. Raging Cajun, JBU. Yo, what up, Raging? And what up, Sian Canning? Raging Cajun, hey, y'all. High on the Hog, what up? Hey, RC. Nick Daniels, tons of other towers burned for days with far less damage. Look at that one in Germany. Even the Reichstag fire burned forever and never collapsed. Give me a fucking break. It's so stupid. Alec Whittier, aka Blackie Fitzpatrick. Sup, y'all? Rage Cajun, hey, Alec. High on the Hog. Black Mass ritualists will not let that be the worst. Hey, Alec. Interesting, High on the Hog. I'd like you to, because I research a lot of that stuff. I research a lot of Satanism and, these dark forces that these people think that they conjure entities that tell them what to do. And I don't think they're insane. I believe it's real. I've just never done it myself, nor will I ever. That I can tell you right now. Nick Daniels, Giuliani got dozens of dump trucks there within 2 hours. Yeah. I'm going to stay neutral on Giuliani until I see more of him. I followed him as a mayor, good mayor. As the president's personal attorney, I'm going to keep an eye. I'm not espousing doubt. I'm just saying. Charles Brown, my cousin. I'm on listening. Thank you very much. Charles Brown, thank you for listening. Alec Whittier, aka Blackie Fitzpatrick, says correct. Dangerous Curves has joined us. JB Rants, woo! Dangerous Curves. Thank you for joining us. Nick Daniels says, because Pentagon shot itself with a missile. Yeah. I don't mean to laugh at such a horrible thing. How did I go from 10 to 5 in 2 minutes when I was reading everyone's comments? I don't like you very much, YouTube. You're mean. You're a big meanie. You're a big bully on the block. Nick Daniels says, because Pentagon shot itself with a missile. Anyone with 2 brain cells to rub together and a little bit of curiosity left after all the chemtrailing, just go on Google Images and type in hole in the Pentagon 9/11. And you tell me that 16-foot hole with no wing damage and all the windows intact left and right was a 747 jetliner that hit that building. And if you can tell me that it was, prove it to me, which you won't be able to. And then maybe that's going to be your red pill. That's my go-to. I'm glad Nick Daniels brought it up. I didn't want to be that mean to my audience. Hey, Curves, says Raging Cajun. High on the Hog. We have Iranian sleeper cells here now. Who knows what's going to happen, but prepare for the grid, in my opinion. I'm prepared enough. That's all I'll say. I'm prepared enough. But High on the Hog has a very important point to make there. Gold guns, ammo, food, water, medicine, and tools, and transportation. Gold guns, food, water, medicine. I'll say it again. Food, food, food. Water, water, water. Medicine and transportation and skills. Learn how to fix a broken bone for someone else or yourself. That's all I'm going to say. Dangerous Curves. Hey, Raging. Dangerous Curves, Acts 12. No, you don't. You're super cool. Nick Daniels says, what, in body cavities? Yeah. Look it up. George H.W. Bush flew raw opium heroin in the body cavities of returning soldiers from the original Iraq War back in 91, 93. In the coffins, in the body cavities of the soldiers. Don't listen to me. Look it up. If they haven't scrubbed it from the internet. I've been talking about this shit for 5 years. This isn't new. It's that bad. That's why, like, I try to put on like a at least the illusion of a positive personality. But I know these things as reality. And the Clintons were involved as well. When Bill Clinton, allegedly, from my research, was governor of Arkansas, they were running tons and tons of cocaine from Iran-Contra. You know, the weapons deal. You know the weapons deal Iran-Contra. With Nicaragua and also Iran. Fucking, I just can't believe people. Well, I can believe because they will not talk about it on TV because they control TV, and they don't talk about it in the schools because they run the schools, and they don't talk about it in the colleges because they run the colleges, and people don't talk about it in public because everyone is so dumbed down and afraid to speak out about what's really happening in the world around them. We live in the Matrix. The Matrix movie is real. It's real. Doesn't necessarily mean we're plugged in with a thing, but we're plugged in with something called TV and school and social pressure. So no one talks about these things. No one talks about these things. No one talks about these things. It's unpopular to talk about these things. I have basically no friends right now because I've been, when was it? When did I get in real social trouble? I was at a big party, at a 4th of July party in 2000. I want to get this right. In case any of my lurkers are former friends of mine, right? Who basically disowned me, which was very painful, but that's okay. I don't care. God runs my world. I don't care about this fleshly realm. It was at a 4th of July party, I think in 2015. And I got kind of drunk, and there were a lot of jocks there and, you know, cheerleader types, like of the women and this and that. And I had a few beers, and I started talking about to one of the nerdier folks there because I was getting on with them good. And I said to her, I go, well, yeah, I've been researching, you know, September 11th, and I just don't think that the official story is really what happened. And we got into it, and then other folks started listening in, and then since I was the guy, I had to kind of take over. And I'm like, well, 2 planes do not knock down 3 buildings. And they just started attacking me. Like, these are jocks. Like, I'm 5'3", right? So these are like jock types with cool shirts and stuff. Jay, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you can't be saying shit like that here at this person's place. And I'm like, well, I was just asked a question. Like, what's your fucking problem? And we basically almost got in a physical altercation. And I just left, and I left that whole group of friends. I'm forever known as the 9/11 guy for the rest of my life in their minds until they fucking wake up or until it's all exposed. I have this fantasy where I'm like 41 or something, and CNN, if it still exists years from now, or like some major news network does like a primetime piece and goes, yeah, kind of like Pearl Harbor, which they still won't fully admit, but they kind of admit. They're like, yeah, so 9/11 was an inside job. And then I just fantasize these people calling me and apologizing to me. Dude, how do you see that 15 years ago? It's like, I don't know, because I know that 2 + 2 = 4. It's really, really simple to see what happened, you know. CN, the world would be a better place without Iran and Ireland. I don't know about that. I think Iran is just fine if they want to be horrible people and have their own country. That's great. Ireland, I don't know what that's about. Just everyone be their own country and don't start wars with each other. I don't care. North Korea, go ahead, have a shitty country. This has nothing to do with our soldiers or us. And if we don't want to do business with you because you suck, we're not going to do business with you in terms of international banking. And then maybe they'll straighten up and step correct, or they'll be cut off. It's so simple. I really should be, believe it or not, folks, believe it or not. If it's not President Donald Trump, who's a businessman, I think I should be fucking president of the United States. I really, really do. It's so simple. All you other countries do whatever you want. If you want to have shitty things happening in your country and you're terrible, it's not our job to walk into someone else's house and fix their house. Fix whatever's going on in there. Even down to human atrocities. I hate to say that. Even down to like genocide in their own countries. I hate to say that, but it's always the United States that has to step up. And we lose our good military service men and women trying to make other countries like better. That's not what we should be doing. We should be focusing on ourselves, maintaining our status in the world as the number one economy in the world, very simply, and protecting ourselves. That's it. Very simple to me. Maybe I'm too one-dimensional thinking. High on the Hog says, and seeds. Yes, and seeds, because food does not last forever. Even canned food does not, and dried food does not last forever. Seeds, very important. Learn how to garden. I know how to garden very well. Nick Daniels says, trying to find the Bush heroin thing. Look up Stu Webb, STEW space WEBB. Stu Webb Bush heroin crime syndicate, or Bush Clinton crime syndicate. And if you can't find it, I'll find it for you. Unless they've wiped it from the internet, which maybe they have. I don't just say these things randomly. I have a... sorry. That was an accidental click. Although that should be shown. I conjecture the businessman is wanting war, is wanting Iran in the International Monetary Fund. I conjecture the businessman is wanting Iran in the International Monetary Fund. I can half agree with that. What High on the Hog is talking about is essentially American force and might has been used. International Monetary Fund is another word for New World Order. It's the New World Order of banking. That's why they want to crash the dollar. That's why they're doing horrible things to currencies all around the world. So I agree with that. I still think he's a great president. I just, if I see any more big provocative events from the president, I'm going to drop him like a hot plate. Seriously. That I can tell you right now. This is also an entertainment show. I haven't been very entertaining. Ugh, I got to get better at this. I need to take some notes from my mentor, Blackie Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. Alec Whittier. Seriously. I wasn't very good for the public when I was back in my other location, and by noon I'd already had 4 cups of literally, and I'm not trying to undermine my own credibility here, but 4 cups of half and half vodkas by noon, and then be completely gone by 3 p.m. and then by 9 p.m. I would go on and on live on YouTube, and I would just rant. That's where the name comes from, JB Rants. I would just rant and rant and rant, and I would get in fights with people and insult. It's not that way anymore. I just have a few mini wines and try to have a nice chat and convey as much information as possible. That's all I can do. Nick Daniels says, oh, okay, just a sec. Hi in the Hog does the emoji that I frequently do. I love that one. I use this one all the time. Where the hell is it? I wish I could play music like Blackie. I don't know how to do all that fancy stuff. Damn it. I guess I can't add emojis either. StreamYard is a very primitive program, and it certainly doesn't like me very much. Nick Daniels, Bush has done so many atrocious things. It's like wading through sewage here. Yeah, I know. No shit. I'm going to do kind of a rude move right now. I'm not expecting you guys to watch a blank screen, but I do want to go outside and grab a smoke, so I'll be back in about 3 minutes. Those of you who want to stick around, I think that's awesome. Those of you who want to go live in my place, hint, hint, Alec Whittier, I think that's great. And those of you who do stick around, I'll be back. But Nick Daniels is going to be posting some great information because now he's doing some real research. That I can tell you right now. I'll be back. Get my grape juice. That's what I call it. Sutter Home mini wines. It's grape juice. Yeah. I cannot believe 6 folks have stuck around. Hi, Meredith. Hi, Indiana Joan. My screen has a thing on it. What the hell? Oh, it's a pizza fruit snack. That's kind of weird. First world problems. Nick Daniels, the weapons were offloaded and then drugs stored in military bags and were put on the planes which flew to the United States. I do both, Meredith. I vape and smoke. I do both, unfortunately. I'm a nicotine fiend. Nick Daniels says he hasn't found anything about what I said yet. Keep digging. If you don't, they probably scrubbed it. Just take it as conjecture. I wouldn't come up with that in my mind for no reason. You know what I mean? I really wouldn't. A says quit. I'd love to. Meredith says, I hear ya. Alec Whittier, Blackie Fitzpatrick says, sup at all. So, what is the solution to all this? Does a 35-year-old have all the solutions? No. But what I would say a great place to start is build the fucking wall. Southern border, on the northern border. Bring all of our troops home. Every single man and woman serving in the military. Bring them home. Bring them home. Now, what are they going to say? Oh, JB, that's crazy because that would cause destabilization in areas that we fucking destabilized and some that we haven't. We're not the parents of the world. We're not. The United States of America is a corporation. It's a banking corporation. Folks don't understand that. We unintentionally, I mean, the government knows this, but most citizens do not comprehend the fact that we are essentially proxies where the fighting. Here's how the Illuminati works. And it's sad for religious folks to hear. AS, do you play musical instrument? Yes, I play guitar, I play ukulele, I play drums, I sing, I do freestyle rap, I'm a decent bass player, and I've written many, many records. Correct. Nick Daniels, oh, do I believe Bush would do that? Yeah, no shit. My new Super Visa coffee mug had a heart ring. Very nice. We love Super Visa coffee mugs, whatever those are. Supervisor? You mean supervisor. Supervisor. Can I say bum bum here and not get banned? It says, hey, you can say anything you want here and you won't get banned. I'm the one who pioneered the, and it's not like an ego statement, but I believe I'm the one who pioneered the idea of the moderator only chat because it just prevents problems. But I don't know how to make everyone a moderator here because I know how to do it on my phone. You just make them a blue wrench. But I'm on the computer right now. So everyone here is cool. I don't care what you say. Just don't say the N-word and don't insult the other chatters. Aside from that, all subject matter is free and clear, in my opinion. Indiana Jones says, George Carlin had a great idea years ago concerning criminals. Pick a state, put only them there, fence them all in. That's fair. However, Indiana Jones, the only thing that I would say against that is, what's the definition of a criminal? For me, if it's someone who does harm to someone else, either physically or financially, and willingly did it and exhibited criminal sociopathic behavior, absolutely put them all on an island. The problem is that the legal system defines folks who smoke a plant in some states as criminals. Luckily, my state no longer does. So it's like, who's a criminal and who isn't? My definition of a criminal is someone who does harm to others, takes from others, steals, basically what the Bible says. If you hurt someone deliberately, if you steal from them, or otherwise undermine their general well-being for your oh, here's Dead Goose. What else do you know about current news around the world, JB? I don't know. We haven't gotten there yet. I know that China is exploding. I know that news in terms of, oh, by the way, news is an Illuminati term. North, east, west, south is an acronym. News. Because they cover everything, if that makes any sense. Dead Goose had a real nice comment for me on my last Very Honest live stream, and Dead Goose said, you're a classic narcissist because you basically talk about yourself in the third person. JB Rants is my YouTube channel. It's not the person. It's a YouTube channel. It's like a show. That's kind of like watching the show. I mean, I'm going to date myself here because I don't watch TV for decades. That's kind of like saying Kramer from Friends did something on the show Friends, so therefore whatever his name, Michael, whatever, is like a bad person. So that was a pretty dumb comment, and I called you out on it, Dead Goose. I called you out on it. Go read the comment. Thank you very much. Hey, Ryan Cross, what's up? Meredith says, yeah, that's exact. And Indiana Jones agrees. And Meredith, Indiana Jones says pedos. Oh, that's the one thing I forgot. Yeah. High-level Hollywood officials and government officials and anyone. Can you fuckers like stop raping kids all day? I know it's your favorite thing to worship Satan and rape kids all day. Pizzagate is real. Pizzagate was real. Pizzagate is and was real. Pizzagate is real. Can you fuckers like just stop doing it? Go ahead and worship Satan all you want in your basement. Stop sacrificing kids on altars to your God. The kidnapping rigs, Johnny Gosh. Where'd he go? I'm not a perfect person, but I don't rape kids all day. You pieces of shit. What are you doing? You're starting wars all over the place, you Illuminati, demonic, satanic, whatever the fuck is up in your brain virus going on in there. It's just, it's insane. And unfortunately, a lot of these sociopaths, they make themselves, because they're Illuminati, they have bloodlines, and they look at us, they look at you, they look at me as cattle. They literally say that. Georgia Guidestones. Maintain world population under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. 8 billion people on the planet. Maintain the world population under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. What happens to the other 7 billion? 7.5 billion. You pieces of shit. What are you doing? What's going on up in your fucking head that makes you think in this way? So you're going to spray us in the skies. You're going to give us vaccines filled with mercury that give people autism, like I have Asperger's or autism or whatever, light autism. I guess my brain was so strong enough I was able to, I'm not making a statement about myself. I mean, I guess I am, but I just get pissed. Nick Daniel, click. Oh, Nick is going to teach me how to assign moderators on a PC. Click the 3 dots. No, my only choice is put user in. My only two choices are put user in timeout or delete from channel. What's up, Kiwi Lover? How are ya? When and how did quote-unquote nature calculate the best number of humanity? Huh? Yeah, no shit. It's the Illuminati. It's people who want total control, saying that there should be less people because it's easier for them to manage less numbers of us, of you, of you, of me. It's easier for them. It's easier for them. Crazy, huh? And they put it on the American, what do they call it? The American Stonehenge in Georgia, Georgia Guidestones. Look it up. Just read the tenets of Georgia Guidestones. Don't listen to JB. Just Google tenets of Georgia Guidestones. Kiwi Lover's doing well. Indiana Jones says, hi, Kiwi. Alec Whittier says, oh, yeah. So I think I'm getting a rise out of some folks. I love it when Blackie watches my show because I go on now. I used to go on like 2-3 times a day. Now I go on maybe twice a week. So it's a treasure to have Blackie Fitzpatrick in here, Alec Whittier, because I watch his show every day and it's a great show. Hi, Walrus. Meredith says, never meant to pay back debts. That's something I don't comment on, but I guess I will right now. Not financial advice, not a financial show, not a financial show. Don't pay your debts and don't pay collections. It's fake money. It's fake money. It's all fake. The Federal Reserve, which is not federal and has no reserves, just prints money, prints money, prints money, prints money. It's all fake. It's fake. It's not backed by gold. It's fake. Blackie says, Walrus said hi. Hello. Kiwi Lover says, hi, Isabella. Very nice. See, we got a nice little community here. People who put up with folks like JB Rants. And folks who enjoy shows like Alec Whittier. Nothing to hate about that show. He does music, he does chat. It's PG-13. I am not in any fucking way PG-13. There's no way that I can be with the madness that's going on and allowed to go on. Sadly, it's insane. It's totally nuts. My comment about not paying it back has to do with the next minimum sun cycle taking out people. Meredith has a great point. Whether it's a solar minimum or a solar maximum, if the grid goes down, that's why you need to have, as I said earlier in this broadcast, which I can't believe I've been on for an hour. It's pretty cool. You need, and I don't have all of these, but I have some of them. You need gold, guns, food, ammo, medicine, tools, and knowledge. Gold, guns, food, medicine, ammo, tools, and knowledge. You need that. You need that because if shit goes to hell, number one, you're going to have to eat. Oh, and I forgot to say water. That's probably the most important, is clean water. Because if the system's shut down, whether the government does it, the Illuminati does it, whether the sun goes berserk, you need things. Even getting started as simply as I did. And I don't want to advertise too much because I don't want my house to get raided. Go get 10 cans of tuna and just put it away. That's protein. And you won't believe how much a can of tuna will last you because I always studied, that's why I'm like I'm a great fisherman. I know how to fish. I do know how to hunt. I know how to make a bow and arrow. I know this sounds crazy in our modern society, but if society breaks down, you're going to need to know these things or at least possess a few of them. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. When the UN tanks start rolling down the street and it's like, oh, shit. And if they start going door to door trying to take your guns, you give them one bullet at a time. You can have they can take your protection from you. They can have it one bullet at a time. A bug out suit also. I never thought about that. Yeah, because mosquitoes are a killer, especially in a grid down situation. Nick Daniels, I agree with Nick. I can already tell by his first 4 words, but I'll read it. They won't let the grid go down because that's the only thing that can stop 5G, and they won't let that happen. That's my other major criticism of the president of the United States. First, I don't know if he's pressured or if he just doesn't know. I don't know if the president of the United States is pressured or if he just doesn't know. 5G means we all get basically microwaved and turned into the Matrix. That's what 5G is, and its baser elements. Oh, yeah, we're going to get fast internet anywhere you want. You can get fast internet 1,000 feet underground. Good, but you're also going to get, fucking brain tumors on a mass level. I don't even know what it's a mass microwaving of the population. From my research, I'm not saying I'm right. From my research. Indiana Jones says exactly be one at a time. Kidney lover. Water first, without you die. Yeah. And it's funny because I went to the grocery store earlier, ironically enough, and the one thing I went to get was the one thing I forgot, and I had to go all the way back and back through. So I forgot to mention water. Water is the most important thing. Clean water. Oh, there's PCPs in the bottled water, this and that. Well, it's better than unfiltered pond water. Get a few cases. Nick Daniels says, I think he knows and is pressured, referring to the president. Yeah, I agree with that. And it's sad. And it's sad. And what's so funny, sad, whatever, about this entire fucking impeachment scam, let's say, it's not going to happen, but let's say they craft a way to remove the president of the United States, Donald J. Trump. So then you have President Mike Pence. I don't like Mike Pence. I never have. I thought he was a terrible pick for VP. And I know this is kind of breaking the general rules of politics, but this is simply based on feeling. My feeling is I just don't trust Michael Richard Pence. I just don't trust him. So I don't really know what to do with that. Let's say we end up with a President Michael Richard Pence. With me not being a Republican or a Democrat, it's like, oh, good. So they removed the brilliant businessman, awesome dude, best president in the United States history, in my opinion. This is an opinion show. It's an entertainment show. So now we have all of a sudden, after a horrible process and riots in the streets, now we have President Michael Richard Pence. You think he's going to be able to stand up there to all the heat? I think he would probably resign. And then who's our president? Put it in the chat. If anyone who understands how civics of the United States works, if they remove the president of the United States and Mike Pence is forced to resign, who becomes president? Put it in the chat. Don't Google it. Don't Google civics lectures. My audience is smart. Who becomes president? Kiwi Lover got it early. Nancy Pelosi would be president. The 80-year-old socialist, communist, globalist freak would become president of the United States by virtue of how our system is structured. Can you imagine? And you know what's going to happen if Nancy Pelosi becomes president? She would get up and she would have an emergency. Mark my words. Mark my words. By the way, none of this is going to happen because we're going to have President Trump 2020. And then maybe a President J.B. Vance 2024. Who the hell knows? What am I, 35? So in 2024, I'll be just about 40. That would be a good thing for the country. If we had a President Pelosi, she would stand up and have an mark my words, she would stand up and have an emergency State of the Union address and say, although I will serve this country, she'll say something like this, and she'll say it with her straight face, but also like her drunken, because she's always drunk, she'll say it like this, she'll say it like that. She'll have an emergency State of the Union and say, as President of the United States, I, Nancy Pelosi, am resigning, and I am going to nominate Mrs. Hillary Clinton to be President of the United States for the betterment of our nation. That's what they want. Indiana Jones says, Pig Losi, that's what I call her. I hate that woman so much. She's so vindictive and weird and I don't like her. I don't like her at all. Meredith says it will be allowed to go down in area. Meredith says it will be allowed to go down in areas to bring down the population. 5G will remain in areas prescribed. My viewers are so smart and so informed that I almost want to stand up and do a dance, but I can't because I'm pissed off. Indiana Jones again says Pig Losi. That's what I call her. Pig Losi. Antsy Pig Losi. She's antsy. She's chatter teeth and chatter dentures. I make dentures. Chatter dentures. I'm Nancy Pelosi. You're going to do what I say. I'm going to impeach. I'm going to impeach Indiana Jones. I'm going to impeach Blackie. I'm going to impeach everyone. I'm just going to get impeached and smack. Because that's who I am. Just nasty. I taste like rotten beef jerky in your face. I'm Nancy Pelosi. Pig Pelosi. It's pretty. I rarely crack myself up. I'm Nancy Pelosi. Oh my god, I've just invented a new character. Super glue Nancy's lips shut. Yeah, no shit. They're only opened by robotics anyway. That thing is not a human. I swear to God. It's just walking around. It's like an automaton. Just like a fleshly thing. And it's like, oh, it died 20 years ago. Let's put in some joints and we'll jack it up with a battery and insert a soul into it. If that's a whole other video. They can do that stuff. I'm Nancy Pelosi. Yes. Yes. We we had to impeach the president of the United States because he's committed obstruction of Congress and some other bullshit that J.B. Vance doesn't even remember what they were, but I'm just gonna drool on myself all the way back to Congress because I'm the leader of Congress. I'm Nancy Pelosi. What a demon. I mean, talk about a demon. Oh my God. I don't even know. I don't know anymore. I literally don't know anymore. No, those are not sound effects. Those are just my voice. That's the only person in this room probably that's going to get the joke I'm about to say is Blackie Fitzpatrick. I come from the vocal school of Mike Patton. So I can make all kinds of noises. And that's just how Nancy Pelosi sounds to me. Nancy Piglosi. That's just how she sounds. She sells seashells by the seashore and will tax you $1 billion and shove them up your ass and kick you into the ocean. These people are sick and they want to take over the government. The fuck? I don't like it. I don't want that to happen. President Trump is a great president. He has orange face. He has ridiculous hair. He's mean. I love that. I want a mean president. I don't want a nice president. I don't want Mayor Pete. I have no problem with gay. I have no problem with gay. Okay? I have no problem with homo. It's fine. It's 2020. Times have changed. I got no problem with that. But I don't want a president, hopping. I'm Mayor Pete Buttigieg. Like, you better do what we say. Otherwise, my boyfriend might punch you in the boobie. I don't want that. I don't think that's good for the United States of America. Seriously. That's just my opinion. I don't care about gay, whatever, I don't care about black. I don't care about woman. Can we have a Cynthia McKinney president in 2024? Please? Please? Can we have a Democrat black woman, Cynthia McKinney? Can we have her in 2024? Fantastic president. She loves the country. And with that, I'm going to yield back to the chat. Kiwi Lover says antsy pig lousy is like phlegm stuck in your throat. You have to spit it out. Yeah, I agree. Indiana Jones, LOL Kiwi, she agrees. Nick Daniels, ew, Kiwi, LOL. Well, it's true. Kiwi Lover Joan. Kiwi Lover, what? 11111. Laughing my ass off. I don't know what that means. I don't know if anyone in my audience even knows who Cynthia McKinney is. Let's do, since they won't let me screen share. Oh, and then of course my battery dies because now when you buy an Android, this is a shame. When you buy an Android, the battery goes from 89 to 2 in about an hour. It's really, really bad. Everyone keeps typing 11111. I don't know what that means. Oh, okay. Yeah. Good. Oh, it's at 43%. Why won't it turn on? Oh, there it goes. All right. We're going to look up some Cynthia McKinney, and then I'm going to get out of here because I don't want to take up you guys' time all night. We got to get some Blackie Fitzpatrick show on happening. That I can tell you right now. Thank you guys so very much for watching JB Rants. This was totally a rant video. Incorrect password. It's a 4-letter password, you dick. There you go. Phone is starting. Okay, good. Indiana Jones is enjoying the show. Nick Daniels says, I don't know who that is. Well, I'm going to fix it right now. My phone, Nick Daniels, has a good battery, cool pad legacy. I don't know what that means, but I'm going to look it up. I'm basically doing this show to, I'm not going to mention it, but there are some folks that go through some severe struggles. Oh, fuck, I missed James Robert. What's up, James Robert? Jesus Christ. Okay, cool. Blackie's on next, thank God. Yo, Alec, just give me 5 more minutes so I can cover Cynthia McKinney. And James Robert is awesome. I missed you. It's only because I am... I haven't even had any weed. I'm just dumb. So, sorry, James. What up? James is with us every step of the way. Oh, my friend McAllister TV has a new video out. Can everyone in the chat who likes JB, can you do me a favor and just check out McAllister TV? Watch her. She doesn't do a lot of lives, so watch her after Blackie. But McAllister, MCALLISTER TV, MCALLISTER TV, McAllister TV. Linda Paris, McAllister TV. She has a YouTube channel. She's a big supporter of the whole QAnon thing, which I dabble in. If you've noticed in all the stuff that I do, I don't reference QAnon. I think it's great. I think it's there. I personally don't base any of my decisions off of what they talk about, but a lot of what they talk about sounds a lot like JB. But I'm not affiliated with them, and I'll just leave it at that. So check out McAllister TV, and she already uploaded a video right here, right meow. So that's good. What was I about to do? What the hell was I about to do? I just got 11 notifications and I lost my train of thought. Nick Daniels knows McAllister. Very nice. We like that. Oh, yeah. I was going to look up Cynthia McKinney, who I think would be a fantastic president or vice president if Michael Richard Pence, who I don't like or trust and never have, he is replaced. Wow, the internet's hilarious. I love these algorithms. This is a very prominent politician, right? So I type in Cynthia. Cynthia McKinney comes up 19th in the Google search. Cynthia, damn it. Cynthia Ann McKinney is an American politician and activist who is assistant professor at North South University, Bangladesh. As a member of the Democratic Party, again, JB, not a Republican, not a Democrat. I'm a Trump supporter. I'm a supporter of the United States of America, regardless of the bad things that have been done. She served 6 terms in the United States House of Representatives. She was the first Black woman elected to represent Georgia in the House. Come on. She left the Democrat Party and ran in 2008 as the presidential candidate of the Green Party of the United States. Oh, so she must have beat out Jill Stein for that nomination. So you need to learn this face. That's Cynthia McKinney. You need to look her up. She's awesome. She cares about the country. She's not crazy. And she happens to be a Black female. Talk about voter, you know. But just because she's probably going to have to run as a Republican, I say dump Michael Richard Pence and put Cynthia McKinney in. So you get Trump McKinney 2020. I think I'm going to wind down here because Blackie's going to take over. Thank God, I'm exhausted. I mean, I'm not exhausted enough to not watch Blackie's show. Of course, I'm going to be there. But with all that being said, this was a very raw. Let me finish up with the chat quick. I already subbed McAllister, Nick Daniels. Great. James Robert. Is that in Oklahoma? I don't know what that means. Nick Daniels. Love her attitude. LOL. Indiana Jones. Play ukulele. If it was anyone else, I would tell them to fuck themselves, but because I don't like people on the internet asking me to do things. But if it's for my friend Indiana Jones, of course I will. I'm good at guitar. I suck at ukulele. We're going to re-elect a president who stands correct. I can't even sing right now for you. I'm making this up as I go along. It doesn't matter if Adam Schiff got slonged. I meant to say slonged, but whatever. That qualifies as me playing ukulele for Indiana Jones. I'm way better at guitar and drums. That I can tell you right now. I lost 4 viewers for doing that. McAllister is a city in Oklahoma. Very nice. I used to kind of like John McAfee. Nick Daniels. I used to kind of like John McAfee. I think he's still hiding on a ship or something. I was a big fan of John McAfee when I saw him go on Alex Jones. He did, I believe, an entire hour interview on Alex Jones back in 2017. 2017. He was on Alex Jones. Very, very talented guy. And he told us a lot about what's really going on in the world. Anyway, with all that being said, yeah, Nick Daniels caught my tongue twist that I messed up there. I tried to use the word schlonged, but I said shonged, but I meant schlonged. Remember that controversy during the election? He got schlonged. I love the president of the United States so much. I love him so much. And we just need to get on the right track. With all that being said, I am going to get the fuck out of here. And I'm going to end this live stream. This was a very successful live stream. It's not a successful live stream because of JB Rants. It's a successful live stream because of all of those who contribute in the chat and provide content for me to comment on, especially when I tend to get off track, which is part of what I kind of do on purpose. So with all that being said, let's take this audience, bag it up, and anyone do what they need to do. I myself am going to move over to watch Alec Whittier, aka Blackie Fitzpatrick's show. So with all that being said, Indiana Jones, Meredith, Nick Daniels, Alec Whittier, anyone else I've missed, I'll scan back and try to get Meredith, Alec Whittier, James, Kiwi Lover. I myself am going to move over to watch Blackie Fitzpatrick. So this broadcast ends in 3, 2. Keep America great. 2020. Vote Trump, vote Trump, vote Trump for your health. Peace.